A value chain presents the flow of a product from one stage or segment to the other. Let's make a simplified representation, starting with the market, which is at the end of the chain where the product reaches the consumer. The traders, such as retailers and wholesalers, supply the market, and they obtain the produce from the processor, who gets it from the farmer, who in turn needs inputs such as seed and fertilizer to produce the commodity. In principle, value is being added at each segment of the chain, and the product can thereby take different appearances and forms. Let us now apply this to what we have seen in the film Rising Rice, and use the value chain representation to better understand the business situation. The market here are the schools that are part of the governmental school feeding program. Schools buy rice from the Single Mothers Association, SMA. So SMA is the trader selling rice to these schools. But SMA does not sell any rice, they sell a very special rice. Rice they sell is quality parboiled stoneless rice of Jasmine variety, nicely bagged and then branded as Bolgatanga rice of the Single Mothers Association, SMA. This rice is very much appreciated by the schools.
We have been linked with Single Mothers Association, that's SMA, that could give us the best rice our caterer is cooking.
To trade such quality rice and so serve this niche market, which clearly differs from imported white rice, commonly found on the market, SMA had to improve their organization and thereby heavily invest in rice processing.
As single mothers, we came together to do the rice parboiling in bulk.
So SMA in this value chain is also the processor of rice, as symbolized here. SMA parboils the paddy, then mills and destones the rice before labeling and bagging. In order to get good quality paddy in large volumes, SMA had to establish a close relationship with the rice farmers, and a contractual arrangement was made with the Rice Farmers Coalition, RFC, grouping about 450 farmers. In response to the demand of SMA, the Rice Farmers Coalition agreed to deliver paddy that is clean and well winnowed with little chaff and stones, as threshed on tarpaulins. The farmers agreed to grow Jasmine variety, which they harvest at the right time so to limit breakage of grain during milling. The Rice Farmers Coalition RFC is also linked to input dealers, like Single Prince, with whom they agreed for timely delivery of Jasmine variety seed and fertilizers. So we have mapped the value chain from the input dealer through the producer, processor and trader up to the market. Such business relationships and partnerships between the actors in the rice value chain do not take off spontaneously, and that is why so-called business support services or BSS are brought on board. A BSS can be any public or private organization that provides support services to farmers or interlinked enterprises like processors
if we really
and
need
traders.
to make the maximum yields that we require as farmers.
In the Rising Rice film, the SMA speaks of support from the Ministry of Agriculture and from Oxfam, who trained them in parboiling and who designed
The
parboiling
Food Research
vessels.
Institute designed these vessels for us through Ministry of Agric and Oxfam.
This project contracted trade aid to train farmers in technical aspects like efficient input use, but also in harvest and post-harvest practices to produce the quality paddy that was requested by SMA. But also facilitation, networking and brokering support was offered by trade aid to improve horizontal linkages among farmers within the RFC and to establish vertical linkages between RFC and SMA.
When we harvest it very dry, we really face problems here because our rice breaks when we...
Money is an important issue in the rice business, and therefore the bank NARA was brought on board. NARA has a branch office in Bolgatanga and provides credit to SMA so that farmers can be paid at the delivery of the paddy. Trade aid facilitated the establishment of the linkages between the bank, SMA and the RFC. With the certainty of SMA selling quality rice to schools involved in the governmental school feeding program, the bank is pretty sure of the reimbursement of the credit by SMA.
I think this is the role that Trade Aid has played as a facilitator, farmers group to single mothers, and then between single mothers and farmers to the bank, establishing confidence in us.
The actors around Bolgatanga that are involved in the quality rice business have a common agenda. They try to serve a specific market and remain there, or even increase their market share, which is the schools involved in the school feeding program. This group of local actors is called an agribusiness cluster, or ABC. The ABC comprises the local actors directly involved in the flow of goods through the value chain. These are SMA and RFC, but also supporting services which provide information, capacity strengthening and finance. These are the BSS, Trade Aid and the bank NARROW.